Ladies and gentlemen, today we witness a historic shift in the balance of military power in the Middle East. Iran's recent reception of 40 Chinese Chengdu J-10C fighter jets, confirmed in early July 2025, marks its most notable air power modernization in decades. Ash News, LN24 International. In the words of Brigadier General Hamid Vahidi, our skies are no longer vulnerable. The Islamic Republic does not seek war, but we are fully prepared for it. Ash News, LN24 International. His declaration speaks volumes. This procurement follows Iran's growing frustration with delayed delivery of Russian Su-35 jets, originally intended to anchor its Air Force modernization. Delays that push Tehran toward Beijing as a faster and more reliable alternative. Aero News Journal. Global Defense Corp. The Chengdu J-10C is no ordinary aircraft. As a 4.5-generation multi-role fighter equipped with AESA radar, advanced avionics, electronic warfare capabilities, and long-range PL-15 missiles, it closes the gap toward the likes of F-16 and Rafale platforms. Ash News, Army Recognition. Aero News Journal. In neighboring Pakistan's hands, the J-10C has even been dubbed the Rafale killer during combat simulations. Lens, Defense Security Asia. Israel has responded cautiously, urging China to reconsider enabling its rival's military upgrade, given the fragile regional equilibrium. Defense Security Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, this moment presents a critical juncture. Iran's air defense vault has grown stronger. China's role as a global arms supplier is on the rise, and the region's strategic calculus is undeniably shifting. The question is no longer whether Iran is ready, but how the world will react. Iran has officially taken delivery of 40 advanced Chinese Chengdu J-10C fighter jets, a move that represents one of the most significant upgrades to its air force in recent history. The delivery, completed in early July 2025, was accompanied by a public ceremony and statement from senior Iranian military officials highlighting the nation's enhanced defensive and offensive capabilities. This acquisition not only boosts the Islamic Republic's aerial combat potential, but also sends a clear message to both regional rivals and global powers that Iran is intent on modernizing its military despite sanctions and diplomatic pressure. The sheer number of aircraft delivered in a single tranche is notable, as it gives Iran the immediate ability to field multiple operational squadrons rather than gradually phasing the jets into service over years. By acquiring the J-10C in such quantity and speed, Iran has dramatically accelerated its air power modernization, closing capability gaps that had previously left it reliant on outdated U.S., Russian, and locally modified platforms from earlier decades. This delivery also places Iran among the top operators of Chinese fourth-generation plus fighters, further signaling a deepening military partnership between Tehran and Beijing. Iran's decision to pivot from Russia to China for its latest fighter jet acquisition was driven by a combination of strategic urgency and long-standing frustration. For several years, Tehran had anticipated receiving advanced Russian Su-35 fighters as part of a broader military cooperation agreement with Moscow. However, repeated delays, bureaucratic hurdles, and shifting Russian priorities, largely due to its ongoing commitments in Ukraine, left Iran in a position where waiting risked leaving its air force technologically stagnant. Faced with this reality, Iranian defense planners sought an alternative supplier capable of delivering modern aircraft quickly and in significant numbers. China emerged as the logical choice, offering the J-10C, a platform that could be delivered in bulk without prolonged production or political delays. This move represents more than a simple procurement change. It reflects a recalibration of Iran's defense partnerships, signaling that Beijing is now viewed as a more reliable and responsive partner than Moscow in key areas of military technology. It also underscores Tehran's willingness to diversify its sources of advanced weaponry, reducing overdependence on a single supplier and hedging against geopolitical uncertainties that could stall future acquisitions. In turning to China, Iran not only addressed its immediate operational needs, but also forged a stronger strategic link with a major global power whose interests increasingly align with challenging U.S. influence in the Middle East. The Chengdu J-10C is a 4.5-generation multi-role fighter that represents a significant leap in capability for Iran's Air Force, both in terms of technology and combat versatility. It is equipped with an active electronically scanned array (ESA) radar, which offers superior target detection, tracking, and resistance to jamming compared to older mechanically scanned systems. This radar allows pilots to engage multiple targets at extended ranges, a feature that dramatically increases situational awareness and combat effectiveness. The aircraft is also integrated with advanced avionics and electronic warfare suites, enabling it to disrupt enemy radar and communications while maintaining its own operational security. Armed with PL-15 Beyond Visual Range air-to-air missiles, featuring an estimated range of over 200 kilometers, the J-10C gives Iran the ability to challenge rival fighters before they come within striking distance, including Israel's F-16s and even its stealthy F-35 Ider jets under certain engagement conditions. Its fly-by-wire control system and modern engine performance provide high maneuverability and sustained supersonic flight without afterburner in some configurations, improving fuel efficiency and endurance. For Iran, which has long relied on aging aircraft such as the F-14 Tomcat and MiG-29, the J-10C offers a substantial upgrade in air-to-air and air-to-ground capabilities, effectively narrowing the technological gap with regional adversaries. By acquiring such a platform, Iran is not just modernizing its fleet, it is transforming the operational doctrine and strategic reach of its Air Force. The J-10C has developed a formidable reputation in international military circles, and its performance record, particularly in Pakistan service, has played a key role in enhancing its prestige. In Pakistan, the aircraft has been dubbed the Rafale Killer, after reportedly outperforming French Dassault Rafale jets during simulated combat exercises. These exercises highlighted the J-10C's ability to combine long-range missile strikes with superior radar targeting, giving it an edge in certain engagement scenarios against even advanced Western fighters. Such branding has had a powerful propaganda effect, elevating the J-10C from a capable fighter jet to a symbol of technological parity or even superiority over some NATO standard platforms. For Iran, the psychological and political value of operating a combat-proven platform with this kind of reputation is substantial. It not only boosts domestic morale and military confidence, but also serves as a deterrent signal to regional adversaries like Israel and Saudi Arabia. This perception of capability can be as strategically valuable as the technical specifications themselves, influencing the calculations of both friends and foes. The association with a platform that has already been operationally tested and validated by another nation also reduces the risk of unproven performance, making it a safer bet for Iran's rapid modernization goals. In a region where military image and prestige often carry as much weight as actual battlefield performance, the J-10C's status as a Rafale killer adds a potent layer to Iran's strategic messaging. Israel has reacted to Iran's acquisition of the J-10C with marked concern, recognizing that the introduction of 40 advanced multi-role fighters could alter the regional military balance. Israeli officials have reportedly engaged with Beijing in an attempt to persuade China to halt or reconsider the transfer, citing the potential threat these jets pose to Israel's qualitative military edge. From Israel's perspective, the arrival of the J-10C not only strengthens Iran's air combat capabilities, but also complicates potential preemptive strike scenarios against Iranian nuclear or military infrastructure. The jet's combination of long-range missiles, modern radar, and electronic warfare capabilities means Israeli pilots would have to contend with a more sophisticated and layered Iranian air defense network than ever before. Beyond the purely military dimension, the deal signals a tightening relationship between Tehran and Beijing, which could embolden Iran diplomatically and economically in ways that further frustrate Israeli strategic objectives. Israel's concerns also extend to the broader message this sends to other regional actors, that China is willing to arm and support a state openly hostile to Israel despite long-standing efforts to maintain stable diplomatic relations with both sides. This shift could influence future procurement decisions and alliances across the Middle East, forcing Israel to accelerate its own military modernization programs and deepen cooperation with allies, such as the United States, to preserve its technological advantage. In closing, this is more than a transfer of aircraft. It is a transfer of power, of strategy, and of influence. The delivery of 40 Chinese J-10C fighter jets to Iran does not guarantee war, but it does guarantee a new chapter in the Middle East security calculus. The skies above the region are now more contested, the alliances more complex, and the stakes far higher. How the world's powers respond in the coming months will determine whether this moment becomes a stepping stone toward stability or a spark that ignites a far greater conflict.